And here's my poster for this week. In continuation from our last class, one of the observations that stood out to me was how harassment in a school's non-inclusive environment affects LGBTQ students. Here's a chart from the worksheet we did in class and a dot graph on the right made from that data, as well as a little chart down there below showing ratios comparing absences of victimized students versus non-victimized students. This worksheet made me think also of how there are other groups of students that may feel their school environment is non-inclusive. So let's take a look at that example. Schools with inclusive environment helps all groups of students succeed. So in Arizona, there was a class called Mexican American Studies. And it was a class where students can go and learn about their culture and about who they are and just how to be part of their community as that identity. And it was most importantly for them a home or a safe space for students to be ethnic, and it was okay to speak Spanish and just be who they feel they are in their culture and in their background. And I looked at some data for this study and found out that Latinos that were not part of the Mexican American Studies had a graduation chance, and the chart here shows from 2008 to 2011 what those chances were in comparison to those that did in that group. They felt okay with being who they are. And so to me, this shows that there is a correlation between a student graduation with not only their school attendance as before, because if you're not attending school because you're being harassed for your gender and whatnot, you're not gonna have as high of a chance as graduating. But also in general, if your school doesn't have a welcome feel to it or a inclusivity environment, student graduation chance just is not as high. So that's my poster. Thanks for listening, guys.
What a great use of our tax dollars. I pay taxes to TUSD and I'm outraged.
In the light that we're in, this political light, we are accused, ironically, of being racist. And that's the total antithesis of what we believe. Do we talk about race in this class? Yeah. Do we talk about class? Yeah. Do we talk about sexism? Yeah. We talk about all systems of oppression, but that doesn't necessarily make us sexist, does it? Or classist, but they like to throw racist at us.
And there are better ways to get students to perform academically and to want to go into college than to try to infuse them with racial ideas.
So do you think you don't think they're doing anything right then?
I really don't. No, I think they should be abolished.